What's up, Militia? Welcome back to FaZe Fitness. As you might already know, there's been a video recently that's gone viral, and it's titled Dear Fat People. It's gotten a lot of views, it's been all over Facebook, and a lot of people are talking about it. I know a lot of people are doing response videos and voicing their opinion about it and talking about it, and I feel it's our obligation as FaZe Fitness to make sure we say something about this and talk about it, because when things like this are, front page news, or they go viral, or they're the topic of discussion, we want to give our input. And when topics come up like this, topics of controversy, things that are not going to make people happy, things that are going to kind of rub people the wrong way, I want to use opportunities like that and topics like that to find a way to help you guys grow, or help make something good out of it, and something that I can talk about that may possibly make things for the better and may help you, help you achieve your goals. I recently just spoke to Jean-Claude, aka also known as Obese to Beast. He's a YouTuber. His transformation story is amazing. I'm really excited because we're going to be working with him soon, talking about his story and his obstacles and what he did to overcome. I talked to him personally about this subject, so I wanted to make sure that I was doing this right. I wanted to make sure he felt comfortable, and making sure that anybody who is going through that transformation or wants to achieve their personal fitness goals doesn't take what I say the wrong way. This video goes out to those of you who are offended by the video that she did, or are hurt and negatively affected by the video and the things that she talked about. First, I want to acknowledge and make sure that you understand that there is no way that we think, or that I think, that your situation is easy, that your situation is simple, that it's just a matter of snapping your fingers and you're going to be able to achieve your goals, and that the reason you're in that situation isn't something that is necessarily your fault, or it's because you're a weak person, or you're just not good enough. That it has nothing to do with that. Because her video, even though it's entertainment purpose and she's a comedian and that's what she does, her job is to insult people. That's a big part of what comedians do, is by insulting a big group of people and having fun with it. And the problem with that is that the other end, the people that's going to be offended, sometimes it's with race, it's with people who are quote unquote ugly, and with the obesity, it's with a lot of subjects. And yes, even though that's in poor taste and it's cruel and it's insensitive, and what I'm doing right now is trying to challenge you to do something different. I want to highlight something that I think is important and I think can actually really help you guys. On the channel Obese to Beast by our good friend Jean-Claude, he recently did a video, and in that video he made a good point. He had talked about in her video how she had said that she was trying to help, that her harsh and her approach, the way that she was saying it, using her humor and being harsh and to the point, that being that ride or die friend by saying you need this and you need that, really doesn't help people. When you make fun of people who are obese, when you make fun of people, it doesn't really encourage them. And he talked about when he was going through his challenges, when he was obese, when he was dealing with his situation, that when people would make fun of him and they would talk about him and be harsh towards him, that it didn't motivate him, it didn't encourage him to want to eat healthy and and be strong and overcome his challenges and achieve his goals. It encouraged him to eat more. It made him more upset, and it only made it harder for him to do that. However, if you look at the same person he is now, if you look at the way he responded now, the person that has overcome the goals now, the difference is his attitude. Yes, his body has changed, but his attitude is what made the real difference. Because when he watched the video, yes, it upset him. Yes, it was personal towards him, but he took action. He was upset, but he wasn't upset in a way to go eat. He wasn't upset in a way where he stood up and said, I want to say something. I want to stand for something. I'm going to take action. He wanted to turn around and make a video to actually help you guys. So what I'm saying is that you want to realize that the person he was before, when he didn't have the ability to decide and to commit, to dedicate himself to working out, exercising, and eating right, his ability or his way of dealing with adversity, which is insults or fat shaming or people being rude and insensitive, his manner of dealing with that was to go eat, or whatever what it was, it wasn't helping. And a lot of us have that same challenge, because the truth is, there was videos like that before, there's gonna be more videos like that, and it doesn't matter if she apologizes or if she changes her attitude, there are gonna be plenty of people who are gonna doubt you, who are gonna make fun of you, who are gonna say that you aren't good enough, and that say that you can't do it. That is never ever gonna go away. So what I'm asking, and what I'm challenging you to do, instead of just being upset, instead of just saying, man, she's like this and she's like that, and she's such a bad person, I'm asking you to do something else. I'm asking you to look inward, but ask yourself, how am I dealing with this? And how is it helping me? Because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. How do I go about handling these insults and this emotional and mental pressure. Because it was true for Jean-Claude, and it was true for anybody who's going through a transformation. The real change happens is when you decide and you commit to no longer allowing outside things, outside issues, outside obstacles of your environment to affect the way that you decide to live your life. Because the truth is, you cannot control what other people are gonna do, what other people are gonna say. And if you spend all of your time focusing on what other people are doing and how it's negatively affecting you and how it's hurting you in your life, you're not gonna have the time to focus on yourself, to focus on your mental fortitude and your emotional fortitude and how you deal with adversity and how you deal with challenges and how you're gonna deal with your own obstacles personal. So though I don't agree with her approach, and I understand and acknowledge how it was rude and cruel and insensitive to you guys and it hurt you guys personally, I'm also challenging you because I want to help you realize, is this the moment that I'm going to stop allowing outside things to affect the way that I live? That I'm going to allow outside people or fat shaming or insults or negativity affect me personally? How is it the way that I'm going to deal with adversity from here on out? Am I going to let it affect me negatively? Or am I going to decide to have a certain attitude, a mental and physical fortitude against these adversities so that you can actually overcome them? So that no matter what comes your way, no matter how difficult or rude or wrong it is, it doesn't stop you from doing what you got to do, and it helps you overcome and achieve those goals. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Leave a like for the video if you guys like what I talked about. And also, if you have any questions, I don't want this discussion and this dialogue to end here because this is what we're about. So put your questions and stuff in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them as soon as we can. Alright guys, ooze.